YouTube, how's it going? Frogs Angels back with some more NFL content for the 2018 season. I've been ranking some duo and position groups, so tight end was requested, so I want to get on the tight ends, and we're starting to see more and more two, even three tight end sets in the NFL. So you even got some tight ends splitting out in the slot position. Very interesting. So I don't know if there's that many great tight end duos. The list probably should be shorter than 10, honestly, but there's a few good ones. Kind of obvious ones at the top. Let's break down my top 10. Coming at number 10 is the Cardinals with Jermaine Gresham and Ricky Seals-Jones. Ricky Seals-Jones is a guy I'm really looking forward to watching these next few years. He's starting to find his spot, his place, and he's always been a bigger receiver. I think that's what hurt him coming out of college from A&M, but now he's kind of just got his spot at tight end position, and he's very athletic. I think he can do multiple things. Now he can block better, so mainly it's him. I like his potential. I mean, mainly he's the reason why they're number 10. I like his potential. Jermaine Gresham's been a solid tight end in the league for a while. So they come in at number 10 on this list. Number 9, it's going to be the Tennessee Titans. Delanie Walker, still one of the top tight ends in football. Maybe was the best offensive player for the Titans not only last year, but for the last few years. And he's just still playing at a high level, can block and catch the ball anywhere on the field, and very athletic. And then Jonnu Smith, who they drafted last year, who I liked a lot as an athletic receiving threat at tight end, could play on the line, can split out at slot. So I really like that duo for the future if Delanie Walker continues to play this high level. So they come in at number 9 in this list. Mainly Delanie Walker keeps him in this list, obviously, but I expect big things going forward from Jonnu Smith. Number 8 is going to be the Chiefs. Another one where one guy kind of gets him up here. That's Travis Kelce, one of the best tight ends, maybe the second best tight end, third maybe. It's another debate. We'll get on to position by position rankings. He probably can take over that one spot, maybe, in the near future, depending on the health of somebody else, pretty obvious. But Travis Kelce is the reason the Chiefs are at 8. Impressive, though, from Demetrius Harris last year. I really didn't know much of him. Regular season was pretty good. Kind of came out of nowhere. Very athletic tight end. When he had to sub in the playoff game against the Titans, though, I thought he didn't play too well, though. So we need to see more out of him. But obviously Travis Kelce, like I said, one of the top, for sure, an elite tight end in the NFL today. So that's why they're at number 8. Number 7 is going to be the Giants. Now, I think this top 7 is really starting to separate themselves because I do like this duo. Evan Engram, rookie from last year, very athletic tight end. Like I mentioned, guys, the tight ends that line up in the slot and can line up on the line are very impressive. Evan Engram is that guy. He's kind of a hybrid. Could play receiver at a solid level as well. And then Rhett Ellison, maybe one of the best blocking tight ends in football. And when he got the ball in his hand, he's pretty good too. He was a former fullback for USC. I remember when he was on the Vikings, somebody asked Adrian Peterson if you had a first pick, you had to restart your team, and he had his first pick, and who would it be? And he said Rhett Ellison. He says his blocking is a big reason why he was so good back in Peterson's prime. So he's still blocking at a high level. I don't know if he should be the first pick, but thought that was interesting. But that's a pretty good duo. Evan Engram, you expect big things from him going forward. It helps that he's got Odell next to him too, and Sterling Shepard. Definitely helps for him to get open, mismatch problems all over the place. Number 6, though, is going to be the Green Bay Packers. They get Jimmy Graham, and they have Lance Kendricks. Lance Kendricks been around for a little bit. Maybe not as good as he once was, but Jimmy Graham, one of the top tight ends in football. Did play very well last year, but at the same time, I think he's at the top of the league in drop passes. So hopefully he can figure that out and still stay playing at a high level. They come in at number 6. Kind of one-sided there. Jimmy Graham keeps him in here. Number 5 on the list is the Washington Redskins. Now, this can be much higher, but obviously Jordan Reed, maybe an elite tight end if healthy. But the reason I didn't put him higher is because he can't seem to stay healthy. And Vernon Davis played at a pretty high level the last few years. Played at a high level his whole career, honestly. But if both healthy, this is better than 5, I'd say. But we got to wait. It's kind of a wait and see. They don't have Cousins anymore, but Alex Smith just as good maybe. So, and he likes throwing the tight end, as we learned from the past few years. So if healthy, this is a darn good duo, better than 5. It has the potential to be better than 5, but that's where I had to put him because of the Jordan Reed constant injuries, which are very unfortunate. So we'll see. But hopefully hopefully this is the year. We've seen other guys, Keenan Allen, seem to keep getting hurt, and finally he had a hell of a season, stayed healthy. So maybe it's Jordan Reed's time. Some of these other guys, I hate seeing them getting hurt all the time. We'll see what happens. Number 4 on the list is going to be the Colts. Doyle has been a kind of a surprise guy out of nowhere the last few years and been playing at a very high level for the Colts. And Eric Ebron, I love this pickup. I like this duo a lot. Ebron kind of needs to stay more consistent. One game he'll be going off, one game he's disappeared, maybe like 3 games he's disappeared, then he'll go off again. I think he's a legit threat in the red zone. He's very athletic. I think he can be better than what he's shown in Detroit. I think he'll be better in Indianapolis. Hopefully Andrew Luck stays healthy. I think Brissett can play anyways, but obviously it's better if Luck's healthy and able to play. But I like this duo a lot. But by the end of the year, we can be looking back and saying this one maybe should have been number 3, maybe even number 2, just because we don't know what we're going to get from Ebron. He honestly could take a step up and be maybe their best receiving threat tight end over Doyle. I mean, that'd be a little surprising, but I can see it is what I'm saying. Doyle is impressive because his blocking abilities as well. But we're on to the top 3 now. The big 3 here. Number 3 is going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Cameron Brate has been a solid tight end these last few years. Another surprise one like Jack Doyle just kind of came out of nowhere. Great blocker and an excellent red zone threat. And then O.J. Howard was a first-round pick, maybe one of the best tight end threats we've seen in years in a draft class. Didn't do much last year, but that's because Brate was just the better tight end. But O.J. Howard, you expect him to do big things, him to step up even more. And this could be an elite duo. This can be the top 3 really separating themselves here. I know I mentioned some other guys. If Ebron could step up and if Jordan Reed could stay healthy, they're elite tight end duos. But this one's pretty even, I think. I mean, this year Brate was the better one, but where we expect Howard to go, and what we heard going through the draft, people said he might be the best tight end prospect we've seen in a while. We know how athletic he is. It's a great duo. I think they match up well together. You don't just have 2 guys that are just good at catching the ball or 2 guys that are good at blocking. You got guys that can do both things here and just match up really good on the field at the same time. So I love where that duo is going. That's a good duo if healthy, if O.J. Howard continues to develop. But on to the top 2, pretty obvious 2 teams here, 2 duos. Can you predict who 1 and 2 is? We will see. Number 2 is going to be the Eagles, and that's mainly because Goddard is a rookie. He was my number 1 tight end in this draft class. But Zach Ertz, one of the top 3 tight ends should be in the NFL. Excellent career, excellent year, helping them win the Super Bowl. But yeah, Goddard, you expect big things from him, but he hasn't played yet. That's the thing. They did lose Trey Burton. I think Goddard has more upside than Burton, but we do have to see him play. So Ertz mainly keeps him up here, but I'm pretty confident about Goddard just overall on any team, but then in that offense just is a plus. So I'm very confident about Goddard. I think they'll pair great together. Ertz is one of those all-around tight ends, can do everything. So he is the main reason they're up there. But again, I'm pretty confident about Goddard, obviously. So it's going to be fun to watch. I'm sure he'll fit right in an offense. They'll have some things planned for him. Teams will be worried about Ertz. Will be worried about Alshon, the running backs catching the ball out of the backfield, and if they run that RPO, Wentz running. So Goddard's going to get his chances, let me tell you. And then number 1 is going to be the Patriots. Pretty obvious. Rob Gronkowski, maybe the most dominant player in football at his position. Just a freak, gifted with size. If healthy, he's just dominant. One of those guys, bailout guys, I like to say. Usually it's those receivers like Julio Jones, DeAndre Hopkins. But he's just the ultimate bailout guy. You don't know what to do. You throw up the ball. He comes down and catch with the ball. And he's really good after the catch, too. I mean, he's not the fastest guy, but he's smart. He knows where to go with the ball. His stiff arm is just – I mean, I don't need to explain Rob Gronkowski. Everybody knows. And then Dwayne Allen was a great addition last year. Just complements really well. Just fits in really well with that offense. That tight end duo is very well. I expect Dwayne Allen to do more going on in the future. I mean, it's just the Patriots. Patriots make guys better. I think Gronk would be just as good as anywhere else, and that's why he's the best tight end in football, if healthy. So there's my top 10 tight end duos. We're going to do more positions. I think we're going to do safeties next. Top safety duos in the NFL, top 10. Then I think we're going to start going on just position by position, ranking top 10 quarterbacks in my opinion. This is all for the upcoming season, so maybe some younger guys that played good last year, I expect them to step up a little bit. So we will see. We got plenty planned in the near future. I know we got a long way to go to the season, but we're going to go team by team, break down what I think their outcome is, game by game. We will see. We're going to go team by team with that. We got a lot of stuff planned, so stay tuned for more. Please like, subscribe. Our goal is 10K subscribers from last year. This year, our jump has been amazing thanks to you guys, so we want to keep bringing you content and better and more content as the season goes on. So it's all thanks to you guys this is possible. Please like, subscribe if you haven't already. That'll do it for this one. Goodbye.